From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Monday morning. We are tracking some showers that are flowing through the lower Columbia Basin for this morning, even some embedded areas of some moderate to heavy rainfall. So we'll continue to track this as it slides on off towards the east north. Also some snow showers in the Blue Mountains. Okay, wind gusts, not all that impactful for right now. They were gusting upwards of 20 miles per hour earlier this morning in Ellensburg, but we'll continue to see the winds ramping up a little bit later in the day. Right now, visibility pretty good for lower elevations and in the Blues, but not looking so hot up in the Cascades. On to temperatures for this morning as we're right around freezing in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, a little bit warmer than that in the lower valley. A little bit closer to 40 degrees in the lower Columbia Basin and mid-30s to low 40s in the Blue foothills, but teens and 20s and 30s up in the higher terrain of the Blues and the Cascades. So for today, mountain snow going to be likely. We'll have the chance of some thunderstorms in the basin and in the Blue foothills, but overall mostly dry, or at least drier for lower elevations as opposed to higher elevations. The bottom line for the forecast is that mountain snow is going to be likely for both today and tomorrow. More mountain snow towards the end of this week. Temperatures holding very steady over the next 7 days. Lots to talk about coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, a substitute teacher is no longer allowed to teach in the Richland School District after someone alleged that the sub made a Nazi salute in the classroom. We have the details coming up.
And Yakima police released the name of the officer who hit a woman walking in a marked crosswalk. What officers are saying about the incident.
And a plane carrying hundreds of deported Venezuelan criminals ordered to be turned around by a judge. The Trump administration defying that order. We have what the White House is saying about that judge's order, and it's all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jade Elliott. It is Monday, March 17th, and happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Got our green on.
We do, so you don't have to pinch me.
Ready for the festivities. I know, but we'll have to check on Josh here in a minute. Hopefully he has some green on his socks.
He's not usually allowed to wear green because then he'll key out, but we'll see.
We'll see what he has going on. All right, we have a lot to get to this morning. First of all, we're learning more about the Richland School District's decision to no longer allow one substitute teacher to teach in its classrooms, as a parent says that she notified the school after her daughter reported that that teacher showed the class a Nazi salute at least 3 times.
Now, Richland parent Madison Jennings says her daughter was in her college prep class when the teacher brought up their grandfather had fought in World War II. Jennings says her daughter and other students reported that the Nazi salute, or that made them uncomfortable. And she says that when she reported the teacher to the school, the district began an investigation, and that she learned from other parents and children that this was not the first questionable thing the substitute had been involved in. Jennings says when it comes down to it, this kind of behavior has no business being in the classroom or out in the public in the first place.
This hate, this racism is becoming so normalized, and this is just one overt act, but there's a million ways that the racism is showing up in our community right now. This is about more than the Richland School District. This is about every single human being coming together and recognizing where we are as a country and doing better. Like we cannot tolerate hate in any capacity, and we have to do better.
The substitute teacher is no longer allowed to teach in the district. That's according to a statement released by RSD on Thursday. And Jennings says while she's thankful the school responded, she wants them to point out that what happened in the classroom and not just call it inappropriate behavior. No word from the substitute teacher on the allegations.
Yakima police have released the name of the officer who hit a woman walking in a crosswalk just last week. Police say Officer Walter Bullock was attempting to make a left-hand turn at the intersection of North 1st Street and Staff Sergeant Pendleton Way when he hit the woman in the marked crosswalk. The 44-year-old was treated and released from the hospital, but her dog did die at the scene.
I think it's important that people know that officers do make mistakes. We're human after all, and they may not be issued tickets, but the administrative penalties are much more severe than what a ticket would cost us. So I would just ask that the people be understanding and not cast too much judgment.
Now, Yakima Police is conducting an administrative interview. Washington State Patrol is handling the independent investigation. And officials do tell us that in cases like this, the officers are not placed on administrative leave.
Now, the United States Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of Washington announces that a Pasco man was charged with felon in possession of a firearm on Friday. Now, this video that you're about to see is file footage of a police raid at a Classic Towing last year. Court officials say 59-year-old Cesaro Jesus Lopez Spindola of Pasco was charged after being arraigned March 13th. Now, according to court documents, Pasco police detained Lopez Spindola in connection to an investigation into a robbery, extortion, and threats to kill in November of 2024. Pasco PD got a search warrant for Classic Towing and Recovery, which is owned and operated by Spindola. And according to police, a loaded .22 caliber revolver was found in Spindola's desk drawer.
A local cold case dating back more than 50 years ago was just solved. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office says back in 1971, 60-year-old Iva McDonald was found dead in her home off of Sylvester Street. Over the years, officials have interviewed about 14 suspects, but no arrests had been made. One of the suspects was Samuel Ivins. They interviewed him back in 2013. He was in the Walla Walla Penitentiary for a number of crimes at the time, including murder, before he passed away behind bars. Now, through the latest forensic techniques, officials say that Evans' DNA was found on a device used in McDonald's murder. We're told that McDonald's family has been notified.
New this morning, the Moses Lake Police Department has arrested at least one person who they claim was involved in a road rage shooting that sent the son of a longtime Washington lawmaker to the hospital. 32-year-old Monty Dent was shot near his Moses Lake home on March 8th, and Dent is the son of Washington State Representative Tom Dent, who serves the 13th District. According to the Moses Lake Police Department, Dent says he was involved in a road rage altercation and that people in the other car shot him before driving away. At least one person has been arrested, but there may be more to come. And the investigation is ongoing. Dent has since been released from the hospital.
Well, a recall alert for you this morning. A seafood company out of Washington State recalling 2 of its popular chowders because they could be contaminated with botulism. Sea Bear Company is recalling its smoked salmon chowder and its Ale House clam chowder. Now, these products were sold in Oregon and Washington and nationally on Sea Bear's website. The chowder is packed in a 12-ounce dark blue pouch. Botulism, a potentially deadly form of food poisoning. The company says anyone who bought these chowders should not eat them, but contact the company for a refund. And the brand Savage Pet is recalling large and small chicken boxes over bird flu concerns. The boxes were distributed to retailers in Washington and other states. FDA saying people who fed cats the recalled products should watch them for symptoms of bird flu. 5:08 now, and the board of directors of Heritage University in Toppenish have announced the appointment of its 4th president, Dr. Christopher Gilmer. Now, Dr. Gilmer has served as president of West Virginia University at Parkersburg and also West Virginia University Potomac State College. He has also worked at 3 historically black colleges and universities. On July 1st, he will take over for Dr. Andrew Sund, who has led the school for the past 8 years. And the Waitsburg School District in Walla Walla County just selected its next superintendent and elementary principal. Monty Sabin is a Washington native with 26 years of administrative experience, including as superintendent. Sabin's first day will be announced soon by the district, pending their contract negotiations. All right, exciting news out of the sports world, especially for us Washingtonians. Cooper Kupp coming home. Seattle Seahawks announcing just over the weekend that it reached an agreement with the former Super Bowl MVP and Yakima native to join the team next season.
That's right, and the Davis High School alum played college ball at Eastern Washington University. The contract with Seattle is for 3 years, and you can learn more about this on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
And I'm pretty sure my mom would like me to say this morning in regards to this story, she called it first.
Oh, she did?
She did. She called it.
She's a psychic.
She must be. When we heard that he probably wasn't going to be staying with the Rams, she goes, I bet he's coming back to Seattle.
Oh, look at that.
And I said,
she was
okay.
right.
Yeah, so I know she'd like some sort of recognition for making that call.
Woo-hoo.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A plane carrying hundreds of deported Venezuelan criminals ordered to be turned around by a judge. The Trump administration defying that order. Coming up, we have what the White House is saying about the judge's order.
But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will have your first alert weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
It's the Blue Compass RV Spring Blowout Sale. Pick your RV, pick your payment. Travel trailers from $97 a month. Fifth wheels from $273 a month. Motorhomes from $499 a month. Only at Blue Compass RV.
This ain't no disco, and it ain't no lighted dance floor either. This is Legends Casino Hotel's Money Moves. We're giving away $36,000 every Thursday in March. Just use your Legends Rewards card to stack up entries, and you could be moving a guaranteed $12,000 into the pocket of your John Travolta-like leisure suit. On second thought, forget the leisure suit, but go ahead and blast the Bee Gees' You Should Be Dancing on your way to Legends Money Moves in March.
You used to love these shoes, but they aren't you anymore. So why not donate them to your local Goodwill? Proceeds from Goodwill sales fund programs that provide specialized training and support for people with disabilities, helping them develop essential workplace skills, promoting inclusivity and empowerment. Job seekers who will one day walk in someone else's shoes, perhaps yours, and proudly share stories about their awesome Goodwill find. When you donate to Goodwill, you'll know the future's in great hands. And shoes. Goodwill. Donate, shop, impact locally.
At Fred's, discover the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region. This spacious GE French door refrigerator is on sale now for only $15.99. With a large capacity of 27 cubic feet, this refrigerator will easily store large or bulk food items with 3 full-width shelves. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Come discover our hand-picked collections at D-Lynn's Boutique. Whether you're shopping for a cozy weekend getaway or a special night out, D-Lynn's Boutique has everything you need to shine this winter. Visit us in-store or online and let us help you wrap the season in style.
American Idol is new. Sundays on ABC.
Watch Sunday on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
What's the case?
A 17-year-old girl is missing. The highest echelon of wealth and exclusion.
Hey, Julian, stop!
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is a cold start out there as we're down into the 20s and 30s in Kittitas County, 27 for Snoqualmie Pass, just technically 1 degree above freezing in Ellensburg, 34 degrees in Vantage. Then we'll take you down to the Yakima Valley where we're right at freezing for Sela and Yakima, but mid-30s for the rest of the valley. Then we'll take you over to the lower Columbia Basin near 40 in the Tri-Cities, 35 for Umatilla, 37 for Mesa, all of us above freezing. Then in the Blue Foothills, also above freezing here, but below freezing for the higher terrain of the Blues, 30 for Cabbage Hill and 30 for Ukiah. Here's your day planner for today for lower elevations. You can see for the valleys and for the basin, a mostly dry day. Can't rule out a few showers in the basin, but there's definitely going to be a much better chance of some rainfall, maybe even some thunderstorms in the Blue Foothills. But the valleys, the basin, seeing a decent amount of sunshine as we head into this afternoon. So for today, another seasonal day, another breezy/windy day with the winds coming out of the north and west. The windiest conditions being in the Blue Foothills of Morrow County and also up into the Kittitas Valley. And then for tonight, more mountain snow likely. Looks mostly dry for lower elevations. Overnight lows down into the 20s and 30s. So once again, we'll have to protect the outdoor pets, plants, and the plumbing. And once again, those winds out of the north and west, the windiest spots being the Blue Foothills of Morrow County and the Kittitas Valley. We are anticipating another storm system as we head later into this week, specifically for Thursday and Friday. I'll tell you what that one's all about coming up in a few minutes.
The Thank you, Josh. 5:14 in your national headlines this morning. The White House is explaining why it deported a group of Venezuelans over the weekend, even though a judge ordered the flights to be turned around. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has the latest.
This morning, the Trump administration denies it violated a judge's order after deporting hundreds of alleged Venezuelan gang members.
The executive branch defying a federal court order raises the stakes enormously.
Just after 6 p.m. Saturday, planes carrying more than 200 Venezuelan prisoners left the U.S. after the administration invoked the Alien Enemies Act, a law from the late 1700s that allows the government to deport non-citizens without due process during wartime. Less than an hour later, a federal judge temporarily blocked the president from invoking the law and ordered the planes to turn around, saying any plane containing these folks that is going to take off or is in the air needs to be returned to the United States. But the planes never turned around, and video shows the alleged gang members being marched into prison in El Salvador yesterday. Critics argue the administration defied the judge's orders, but the White House argues the judge has no jurisdiction over the president's conduct of foreign affairs, his authorities under the Alien Enemies Act, and his core Article 2 powers to remove foreign alien terrorists.
The statute says you may go after enemy aliens when there is a declared war with a foreign government. The statute was never intended for a situation like this.
However, the law has precedent. In 1948, 3 years after the end of World War II, the Supreme Court upheld President Truman's decision to deport a German national as an enemy alien, ruling it was not up to judges to decide what constitutes wartime. Another deportation in recent days is in the spotlight. Protesters are demanding the return of Dr. Rasha Alawi, an assistant professor at Brown University who's a kidney transplant specialist. She reportedly had a valid visa, but was detained last week at Boston's Logan Airport after returning from Lebanon. Federal officials not commenting on why, only saying our CBP officers adhere to strict protocols to identify and stop threats. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we come back, we will check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. He'll have your full First Alert forecast this morning as we give you that live look outside from our Legends Casino and Hotel Skycam in Richland. It's 5:17. We're back after the break.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
What's great about basketball? Almost everything.
What's not great about basketball? The term three-pointer.
Boring.
Instead, let's just call them triple plays.
Check it out. Hit it, Steve.
Roberts has it, fires. It's a triple play.
It actually works.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Complete coincidence that that's also the name of where we work.
Not engineered by marketing, no way.
Looking for the perfect spot to relax? Welcome to Hoops, your new favorite restaurant and bar, where the vibe is clean, the food is delicious, and the staff always friendly. Whether you're in for a night of trivia, around a pool, darts, dancing, pull tabs, or karaoke, Hoops has it all. Great food, great people, Hoops, where every night is a great experience. Hoops Bar. Stop by today for your next great night out.
Spring is in the air and creativity is blooming everywhere at Custer's 26th annual Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Join us as over 150 artisans from across the Northwest display and sell their fine art, handcraft, and specialty foods. The variety and quality of work make this a must-see event. Single-day admission only $8. Tickets on sale now at CusterShows.com. Custer's Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by the Manthei Group Cross Country Mortgage.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We continue to track this area of showers in the lower Columbia Basin, starting to get into the Blue Foothills at this point. Also some snow showers in the Blue Mountains. So let's put this into motion with Futurecast. And around lunchtime, scattered showers start to become a bit more widespread. And during the afternoon, evening, and overnight hours, it'll mainly be these chances of snow showers for high elevations and mostly dry for lower elevations, albeit precip chances will be better in the foothills as opposed to the valleys or basin. Okay, during the wee hours of the morning on Tuesday, snow will start to dissipate in the Cascades, but will ramp up in the Blues. That same area of snow should wind down in the Blues by the late morning, and the rest of the day should be mostly dry from that point on. And will be overall pretty calm for the next couple of days after that, but then we have more storm systems to track for later this week. So let's go ahead and, well, we'll talk about that in a second, but first, here are some of the snowfall totals we're expecting over the next 36 hours. We'll have decent totals up in the Cascades, 3 to 6 inches for White Pass and Snoqualmie Pass, upwards of maybe 10 inches for Tollgate off Oregon 204, but definitely a lot less for US 395 and then for for Interstate 84 as well. Okay, now let's talk about some of the ensuing storm systems. One for Wednesday and Thursday, another one for Saturday and Sunday. So first, I think I flubbed that. One for Thursday and Friday, then one for Saturday and Sunday. So for Thursday and Friday, could maybe have more feet of snow for the Cascades, 2 to 6 inches for our Blue Mountain passes. But remember, this is an early forecast, so this is subject to change. But we have vested interest in this one, especially up in the Cascades. Then for Saturday and Sunday, this one, forget about it. This one not looking that impactful at all. High temperatures, I just think this is so impressive how consistent these high temperatures are staying. Thankfully trending a little bit warmer as we head into this weekend, but pretty seasonal, pretty steady. I've been seeing that for the last couple weeks now at this point. Here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. A small shower chance today, more small rain chances Wednesday through Sunday, with the wettest day being Friday. In Yakima, small rain chances return Wednesday and